Hello YouTube, he's on the road with Caveman. I'm Caveman. I wanted to see if I can do this. Find a tripod. Just wanted to show you my little update on my truck camper. Put airbags. I know I told you on the last little video that I put some airbags on my camper. If you put airbags on your camper or on your truck or whatever, let me tell you the most important tool you need. Most important tool you'll need is this right here. I cut the airlines with scissors. I cut it with my knife, and it just kept leaking and leaking and leaking. So I went over there and I got me one of these. I looked at YouTube videos, other videos, and I got me one of these. You got to cut the airline real straight, as straight as you possibly can, and don't have any little, like, it's got to be real clean. I don't know if it's because the airlines that it came with. I bought the Firestone Air Right airbag system. And like I said, I don't know if it was because of the airbags that it came with, the airlines that it came with, or what, but I was there splicing away. And what I mean by that is like this end right here. As you can see this one's cut out, has all that stuff. No, it's got to be cut clean. Clean. They say they sell a hose cutter. If you want to invest the money in that, or just get one of them box cutters. I use that box. I cut the hoses one time with that box cutter, and it didn't leak. Worked perfect. I gotta show them to you. Matter of fact, right there, that thing. Right here's the airline. These airlines right here kept, well, the ones that kept leaking right here. But I cut them. Finally cut them with that box cutter, and they came out perfect. And then the other side, you see it? That one's not leaking. They're gonna leak eventually, leak the air out every 2-3 days, whatever. But and all I've done is I haven't really gone for a trip on it or anything with the airbags. But when I went around my little yard here, and usually I go around my yard since it's not level, got a bunch of bumps. The trailer would be swaying side to side. Right now with them airbags, I go around circles, and I mean, it's a little bit of a sway, but it's way better. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this little air compressor I bought here. You all can see it. It's a Harbor Freight Pittsburgh 12 volt 150 psi air compressor. It's actually a pretty good little air compressor. I wanted it just to air up my airbags. Something I could take with me that's not real big. Yeah, and I looked at all these other ones. They had these there, ARB or whatever. You know, $300, $400. I mean, I'm just trying to air up my airbags. If I need to air my tires, if something happens, I get a flat air my tires, well, I hope this little thing will do, but I'll deal with that when I deal with that, you know. But this little air compressor here, everything's pretty nice on it. It comes with an air hose. It comes with actually a pretty nice air hose too. You can see pretty long. It's got a gauge on it. Only thing I did not like, this little thing right here. This little thing right here, you gotta screw it onto the valve stem. I guess for like if you're airing up a tire, it's good, I guess, because they know it's gonna take a long time to air up that tire. Good 5-10 minutes, so you don't want to be holding it with your hand. But for the airbags, they air up real quick. Not even 30 seconds and they're already at 50 pounds. And then when you're unscrewing it, it lets go of a little bit of air. So I noticed that when I put it on there, I like to keep them at 40 pounds. I gotta air it up to about 55. And then by the time I unscrew this, it lets some of the air out, and it'll be about around 40 pounds more or less. But this thing was only $70, and they say you can get it cheaper if you wait for a sale, or wait for, I don't know, those 20 off coupons and this and that. Which I usually do if I don't need it in a hurry. Oh, sorry about that. So I got this tripod trying to work it out, but no, it doesn't work out too good. See if I put y'all over here. Now you can see me a little bit, cut my head off. But this thing right here, no, I don't like that. I need to go a little bit higher. Right there, hey, how y'all doing? Anyways, that's not gonna work. I have to edit that out. I'll leave y'all about right there. Anyways, this thing, it actually worked. Like I said, it worked great to air up there, but I haven't tried to air up a tire with it or anything like that. I might, I gotta air my spare here pretty soon. I was gonna put the spare in the front tire, on the front bumper, but I noticed that I can reach that little hole that lowers down. The hole's right there. See? My camper's right here. So all I gotta do is order that little winch or whatever it is, a little small winch to pick up the spare tire so I can put the spare tire in the original place. I'd rather have it there than the front bumper. But those airbags seem to be working out pretty good now that I finally got the leak. Believe me, every one of them was leaking. I thought maybe I was gonna have to go get some new hoses, some new airlines. But they seem like to be very good quality airlines. That's why I was like, man, they're real thick. Seem nice, and they are. The problem was with me cutting them. That's why a lot of people tell me, like, how come I don't do like the airbags, how come I don't do a video of how I put them on? And because just to let y'all know, I'm not a how-to video or whatever, because everything I'm doing I've pretty much never done before, and I come in, it would have to be a real long video of me doing a whole bunch of mistakes. Like when I drilled them holes in my frame, I drilled 3 of them match, one of them didn't. Come to find out, I should have punched a little hole or something like that. They get a little chisel, a little hole punch a hole. That way you're what happened on my third, when I went to drill it, my drill moved a little bit, and I guess it drilled it in the wrong hole, wrong place. But either way, I fixed it. And that's one thing good. I'll tell you one thing, I'll get it going. I will mess it up, but I will fix it. Just like these holes right here, I would have tried to do a how-to video. Man, I would have been there all day. Till finally, I said, you know, I need to get a box cutter cut it straight, just like the way the video says. I didn't have one. All I had was scissors or a knife. Somebody got me a box cutter. So one thing I can tell you, anybody out there is going to put a system like this, make sure you have a box cutter. That's the most important tool. So if not, you'll be there leaking all over the place, and you won't. They weren't even lasting a day. I put on there, you couldn't really hear the leak, but it was leaking. So finally, I put some soap and water in a spray bottle. Put some soap and water in a spray bottle and sprayed all the air lines. And yeah, when it makes the bubble comes up, that means that you got an air line. Like I said, I looked it up on YouTube. You can look up anything on YouTube pretty much nowadays. But I did that and found out where all the leaks were at, and sure enough, they were all in the fittings where the hose goes into, the little clamps. At first, I thought I was gonna have to get new clamps, but then I started looking at more videos, and people said they have to be cut real smooth. A lot of them have this little clamp type deal that cuts it real smooth for you. If you have one of those, great. I really didn't want to go buy one just for that. You know, all I was gonna do is just cut that. I'm trying to do this camper living weekend thing on a budget, you know what I mean? Not trying to spend too much money. It's just me. My family don't really go with me when I go camping. They don't like to rough it, I guess, as much as I do. So when I go camping, I like to go to where I don't have no hookups, no water, no nothing, and just live off that little camper. Live off my truck and my camper. Which I already thought of a name for my truck and my camper. Which I haven't really put it out there because I haven't got a sticker or anything like that. But I'm gonna get a sticker, and I'll see you on another video. I'll let y'all know what I named old girl here. Let y'all know. But this video right here, like I said, I wanted to talk about them airlines. Make sure you have a box cutter to make sure that they're not leaking. Now this particular truck right here, I really didn't need, because it says when I just took the camper off the truck, y'all saw that on my previous video, and looked at measured the air height, the ride height. Came back, put the camper back on, and that's how much I air up the bags to bring it up to the right air height, and it didn't need that much. I'm thinking I went a little bit more than what I should have, but that's all right. I really mainly got them for the stability. But I also wanted to talk about this little $70 air pump. I can't really compare it to the $200 or $300 ones because I don't have one, but shoot, we're just airing up them little things right there. Perfect for those airbags. I know you can get a little nice fancy system. People tell me you get a system where you put switches in your gauge and you just push a button and it airs up one. But I figured if you do that, like I said, when I go out there camping, I'm not in no hurry or nothing. Every day I'll just check if they need air. I just pull out that little pump, put air, no big deal. Help me kill some time, I guess, while I get to my next destination. But this has been this little air pump right here from Harbor Freights. Works great, works wonders. I love it. I like it. It's good construction. Feels heavy, nice and heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's nice. It feels good, like in good construction. Has good reviews. But either way, this has been On the Road with Caveman. I'm Caveman, and hope to get back on the road, get back to some camping sites here pretty soon. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. I'm thinking of going up to Goliad State Park, Goliad, Texas. But hopefully this helps some of y'all out when you're putting these airbags. I really recommend the airbags, even if you don't. For whatever, just really, I use them because of stability. My truck was going side to side a lot, and now with those things, they may move a little bit, but not enough to scare me, someone like me, you know. But this has been On the Road with Caveman, and we'll see you on the next video. I'm Caveman, out.